Hello there, my gorgeous friends on the internet. In today's episode, we're doing more JavaScript stuff. Woo! Super fun. The inspiration for this episode was me just checking out articles on the Googles and finding this nice progress animation. So when you read an article, it shows you how much you have left over, and here's an example of it. So that's pretty cool. We're gonna do that. It's quite simple as well. So I don't know where you're gonna use it. I have no other ideas other than an article, but cool. Also, I launched the JavaScript course on Udemy. So if you really like Udemy, it's accessible now. You learn 5 awesome projects. It's like a 20+ hour course. Learn everything about JavaScript that you need to know, and it's project-based. So I have a special coupon code down below that you can click on and get it there, and I would really appreciate it. Helps the channel out, and everything is good. Okay, let's get going. Okay, here we go. So for this one, all I have here is just an empty style.css. I just added the font on top of it, just removed the margins. app.js is empty, and index.html is just random text. Okay, so what I have here, I'm just going to remove this for a second. So just a section here, added some h2s. So h2, some lorem ipsum, paragraph, h3, lorem ipsum, h3, lorem ipsum. Okay, nothing interesting. I believe this is just a copy paste over. So if you want to copy paste it over, you can. It's just a section, h2, paragraph, paragraph, h3, paragraph, paragraph, and that's it. Okay, so let's open this up and see how it looks like. So open in live server. I'm quickly gonna open it in Google actually, not in Safari. So there we go. I'll pull this up for you so you can see it. So this is what we have so far. Okay, just blinding text for you. We're gonna fix this up, so don't worry, I got you covered. Let's go over to style.css. I'll just add some default styling to it so it doesn't look horrible. So I'll just grab that section and add a bit of margin to it. So I'll do 10 and 20%. So what this means is on the top side and bottom side, we'll add 10%. And on the left and right side, we'll add 20%. So now if we take a look, boom, it kind of looks like, yeah, just a lot of white space to kind of center everything in here. Looks nice. Cool. So I'll just do some h2s here, increase the font size of them. I'll do 4 rem, add a bit of padding to these, 2 rem, 0 rem. And the font weight, I'll do bold on this. Okay. Again, doesn't matter, it has nothing to do with the JavaScript, but might as well make it look nice. I'll do 2.5 rem on this, and I'll copy over this padding from here over to the h3. Let's hit save. Take a look at that. Okay, so now it looks a bit more like an article. Let's also do the P's. All right. So let's do a font size of 1.3 rem. What I like to do is also increase the line height between the paragraphs, just so it's a bit more easily readable. So for that, just line height, 175% I'm gonna do on this one. And hit save, and look at that. More spaced out, easier to read. Cool. And also I'll change the color of this from black. If you hover over it, you can change the RGB of it. I'll do 30, just so the contrast is not that huge. If you have black on white, that's like max contrast right there. So this makes it a bit easier on the eyes. Okay, and that's it. That's all we need. Now we actually need to set up that progress bar. So what do we need to do is go anywhere in your HTML and just add basically a div. So we'll create a div and add an ID to it called progress bar, like that. Okay, so hit save on that. Oh, this damn Macintosh, and the bar keeps popping up. Okay, cool. So we add that, and now we need to style it up a bit in style.css. So go over to style.css, and what we need to do is basically add a position fixed, so it's always stuck on the top portion of our web page. So do hashtag progress bar, like that. Okay, in here we'll do a position fixed. Okay, so this basically takes out the element out of the DOM or whatever, not the DOM. Okay, out of the page. Okay, it removes it out of the page, and we can style it the way we want and stick it anywhere we want. Not a sexual reference. Okay, so left 0, top 0. So that means put it 0 pixels from the top. Okay, so 0 is all the way at the top. If you had 100, that would be 100 pixels from the top. Same with left. So again, top left. Okay, you know what I mean. We'll add a bit of height to it. I'll do 8 pixels. You can make it thicker if you like it thicker. Then you can do that. Okay. We'll add a background of linear gradient to this. I'll do 2 right and choose a nice color that I found, which is FF5F60. And the next one is FFC371. Cool. And hit save. Okay, so that's it. That's all we need. All right, so this is, we cannot see this yet because it doesn't have a width to it. I guess we can change the width, add 0% to it. Okay, so it's invisible. I'll also do a Z index of something big like 100. So it's always on top. Okay, cool. So if we check now, let's see here, Chrome, we see absolutely nothing, which is what we want. I guess if we change the width to 20%, you'll see it. So there it is, right? But we want to control that with JavaScript and not with CSS. So we'll change this back to 0. Okay, so let's head into the JavaScript. It's going to be super, super simple. We need to get 2 things here. The progress bar, right? Because we want to animate this. So document query selector, and we'll do progress bar. All right, so we'll select it like that. We'll create another variable and we'll get the section. So document.query selector, and we'll say section. All right, so just selecting both elements from our HTML. Now we're going to make a function called Animate Progress Bar. Like that. Set this equal to an arrow function. All right, so what we want to do basically, every time we scroll, we want to run this function. So everything that's in here in this code. So what we need to do first of all is like get the actual scrolling, like the amount that we scroll. So like a scroll distance. So we'll call this let, and I'm going to name it scroll distance, like that. Set this equal to, and it's going to be section. So we're getting our section dot get bounding client rect, like that. Okay, so what is this thing? Let's just console log it out. Scroll distance. Okay, and I'll just run this function down here and hit save. So if we take a look, inspect element, it gives us an error. Lovely. Document, oh, I messed it up. It's document. Here, document. Save. There we go. So it gives us this object basically with a lot of parameters. The bottom, the height of the section, left, right, top, and the width, and X and Y position. So what we want is the top value here. So at the end, you can extract that by saying dot top. There we go. So it gives you 123. Now if we refresh and we're down here, minus 600, refresh here. All right, so it refresh minus 2000. Okay, so it gives you the distance from the top of the article all the way to wherever you scroll in pixels. All right, so minus 2000 pixels from all the way here, the top of the section. Okay, now what we want to do is have a positive value here. So I don't want it to be minus because we're going to do some conversion to make it the percentage and animate the width of that. So I'll just add a minus here. Okay, a little minus there. So now when we scroll, so now it makes sense, right? Minus 123. So the distance from the section all the way to the top is 123. If we scroll down, that means we scroll down 100 pixels, scroll down 500 pixels from the section. Okay, so that makes sense. Now what I want to do is also run this every time I scroll. So the way we can do that is just do a window.add event listener, and we can say scroll. So that's the first parameter, and the second parameter is going to be a function that you want to run. In this case, it's animate progress bar. So now when we scroll, look at that, it gives us the distance all the way to the top and to the bottom. Lovely, perfect. So this is a very, very cool method that you can use for this type of stuff. Now what we need to do is create another variable called progress width. And here is where we need to create a percentage basically out of this whole thing. So the way you can do that is say, we'll add some parentheses here. We'll get the scroll distance, all right, like that. And then I'm gonna divide it by section dot get bounding client rectangle. So we're gonna get this again, dot height. Okay, so I'm gonna get the height of the section now. All right, just like that. And I'm gonna say hit save. And now what we can do is go down here and just say, actually, I need to times this by 100. All right, and that way you can get the percentage down. So times 100. Okay, and hit save. Cool, so let's console log this out now. Progress width. Hit save. So scroll, 10%, 20%, 40, 50. It only goes up to 79% though. And the reason why that is because it goes all the way, it just calculates from the top portion here, right? So when we scroll all the way down here, 80%, but there's still this height left over. Hope that makes sense. If we just do, let me console log this out for you. So if we get the height here, get bounding client rect, like that, hit save. Look at that. So the height of the section is 3,679, right? But if I console log out the section top here for you, so the scroll distance and hit save, that only goes to 2,900, right? Because it doesn't take this part into consideration. Yeah. So what I can do is, let me see this bottom work here. I haven't even tried this. No, because it works the other way. So what we can do, let me just switch this back here. What you can do is just add this height to it. So here, after the parentheses, what you can do is divide, and then I'll need to add another parentheses in here. So where the section is, like that. Add another parentheses, like that. And then in here, we can do minus document element client height, like that. So this basically gives you so what document element is. So we know what document the body is. It gets the body of the HTML. Document element gives you the HTML element. Okay, so let's hit save on that one and see how it is now. So if we just console log out the progress width, hit save, scroll all the way. So now it goes to about 104, give or take, -4 here, but it's there. All right. So we just basically added this extra height to it. Okay. So now what we can do, I guess we could do, it's not necessary, but if you want nice values, you could do a math.floor on it. So let value is math.floor, and we can pass in the progress width to it. And then if we do value here, console log value, it just rounds it down and gets rid of all those decimal points. So there we go. Just looks a bit nicer. Okay, cool. So we can use this value now to animate our progress bar. So progress bar dot style dot width, and we can set this equal to, and we can do value plus %sign. Okay, so we're just doing a concatenation in there. Perfect. So now look at that. When we scroll, there we go. That works super nice. Now there's a bit of an issue. Let me close this up here so we have some extra space. If you use the trackpad on a Actually, I'll get into that a bit later. What I want to do is when we scroll, to not make it look so, I don't know, it's not that smooth, we'll add a transition to it in here. So we can say transition, 0.1 second ease, let's do transform, not transform, we want to animate the width, 0.1 seconds ease out. Let's do ease out. Hit save. All right, there we go. It just moves it out a little bit. Maybe we can do 0.2 seconds on it. So there we go. There we go. That's much nicer. And when you're using a scroll as well, it looks much nicer. Okay, so cool. So that works. Now look, if you have a trackpad on Mac, if you scroll past it, see how it kind of goes away? Because it has this elastic banding effect. So if you want to get rid of that, you could go over to style.css, and on the body you can add a overscroll behavior and just say overscroll behavior Y. So we want to target the vertical. We'll say none there and hit save. So now when we scroll, it stops from doing that weird rubber banding effect. So that's cool. One more issue is here. So if we scroll slowly, it goes all the way down, right? But if we do a fast motion upwards, it gets stuck there like that, which is not nice. So for that very simple fix, we can just go here and add a small if statement, and we can say if our value is bigger than 0, then we can just say progress bar dot style dot width equals to 0%. Okay, so now whatever we do, it's gonna fade it out, because as soon as it hits here and it goes bigger, the if statement kicks in. And there we go, look at that. We made a super easy progress bar. Again, this probably looks better if your article is a bit longer, but give or take, that's it. Alrighty, so thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this little episode. And until next time, we'll make more fun stuff. Goodbye.